Hi, my name is Dana Abrams, and I'm a Long Island tradeswoman. The first thing I ever did was just start baking as a child. I've always, through my trade, grown up and learned from past experiences. And I think in my trade of baking, the only way to really learn anything is actually to do it. I respect the trade so much, and I respect the purity of starting something from the simplest element of flour, water, yeast, and turning it into something that's completely magical and totally different. My day definitely starts around, some days 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I am the first one in the kitchen. I start the ovens, I bake everything off. There's no question that I was raised by amazingly strong women, and I take that with such pride. My food, every aspect of it is a thankfulness to them. We have even pies that are named after them. I have the bubby, the buela, the nona. All those are like childhood meals that I had. April 21st, 2020, my father passed away from COVID. But we also gained the birth of my four-child Luna. Luna was born at the bake shop in the middle of me making an egg sandwich. It just turned into a whole big scene, but Luna came very early at 3 pounds, 13 ounces. All of my daughters just felt whole again. You know what I mean? So the pandemic definitely changed me. Whatever the fear was, whatever the doubts are, as long as I believed in myself and I kept going, I could succeed. I had to maintain the stability for my daughters as well as being pregnant. I think to me as a person, I realized that even though there are ups and downs in life, you have to keep going and you have to keep striving for it.
I'm Daniel Crawford.
I'm Elijah Crawford.
We are Long Island tradesmen.
Being a barber during a pandemic, not knowing how long the shutdown would be, but we got started again. We do remember the shop full of customers, and I want the dream to come true. Everything will be 100% again. It's more than just giving out haircuts, being a counselor, a minister, and cutting hair.
I seen my father pretty much cut, and he took good care of us. You know, I said I could do the same.
To see him go from cleaning up to barbering, it's a real blessing. A trade is always something beautiful that no matter what other jobs you hold down, you can always come back to barbering.
Sometimes they just tell me go ahead and freestyle something, and then they look in the mirror, and once I see that smile, I know I hit it right on the nail.
It's awesome to see him walk in my footsteps.
We actually care about people and not just giving a haircut to make some money. You build a relationship with people, you know, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and they say, wow, you've been coming for 20 years. I said, time go by fast. How many generations did you actually see come through this place?
It's like 3 or 4 generations.
Yeah.
It's a Christian barbershop, and everything is going to be A-OK.
My name is Jonathan Smith, and I am a Long Island tradesman. 1979, I went to Lummi Indian School in Washington State. That's where I learned aquaculture, oyster farming, and salmon ranching. I believe in the fact that our people here at Shinnecock were of the sea. We've been fishermen and whalers since time immemorial. I believe that that's where my passion comes from for oyster farming. Growing oysters in this trade provides food and a healing for other people. Being an oyster farmer is satisfying in its contentment that it brings me, the healing that it can bring, not only to myself, but to other people. Growing the oysters, I love every moment of it. And to actually make a living and to help sustain my, financially, my family is truly a blessing. This is something that you can take with you. You can take this trade and be anywhere with it. It's a satisfying life. It's a healing life.
Hello, my name is Charles Ruffino, and I am a Long Island tradesman. Violin making, since I've been a young man, has been an endlessly fascinating and challenging job. I was brought to where I am today partly through the grace of God. I went to school in England to learn how to make violins. What I remember was torture, but I would not quit. My life's fascination has not only been how do these things look, but how do you get the sound? Constant learning and refining a simple recipe is very enjoyable and rewarding work. This is a solitary private job. 200,000 cuts later, you have a violin. And that's what I've been doing for 45 years. I've been thinking about how to make better instruments. Just like Colonel Sanders has his secret recipe, that's what it is with the violin. I'm an artistic craftsman or artistic tradesman. I've always got a way to make a living. When I'm ready to close up an instrument, I write in Latin, ad maiorem Dei gloriam, to the greater glory of God. If everything goes sideways, I can always just go back to what I was doing before, fixing fiddles.
Hey, I'm Raymond Smith, and I'm a Long Island tradesman. My passion for baking as a trade is all the components that can go into making a loaf of bread. And you as the baker have to be able to adapt and to pivot and to work with it. And so it's like it becomes a relationship. What I've really come to love about my bread journey, watching the loaves come out of the oven and be exactly what you intended is the ultimate sign of success. The passion for me is feeding others. I can watch their family grow knowing that I'm doing my part in the community, and that's really all I want to do. By being a tradesman, that is something that I think most tradesmen would say is a very rewarding feeling, to know that the job that they're offering is being appreciated by their neighbors. It becomes more than just the bread, more than just the trade. It's a deeper connection from person to person. It's a relationship that, is founded on sharing. I know that there are customers out there who really believe in what we do. Being able to know your customers' names and give them a product that they seek out and to be proud of it and for them to be proud of you, that's the whole passion. And bread gives me that. The funny thing about, having a trade is that I get to be with the people that I want to be with and make what I want to make and do it with a smile and then go to the beach afterwards.